Well, we had breaking news come across with regard to the memorandum of understanding, and I was going to do a piece on the junkyard, but right there it crossed my attention, and we had to shift gears quickly. We're going to go back and follow up on the junkyard situation regarding the car manufacturers. Oh, this is terrible. And I had all that set up, doing the ad in our first break, and then here it comes. So I had to jump into that too because we are in a dire situation economically, militarily. World peace is in jeopardy now because what Israel is doing, and Iran too. Okay, and I've said you can't trust Iran's government any farther than you can throw them. And I don't have an answer except prayer, but I wanted to cover that and I shifted midstream. Now we're going to shift back to the old stream and we're going to talk to you about the auto industry and the direct threat that's being done to your pocketbook by what I think are very corruptible actions on the part of car manufacturers as well as their, how shall we say, the garages attached to the dealerships. And yes, I'm talking specifically about Toyota. Ford, GM, you name them, they're all involved in this, and they got congressional legislation behind them. But what they're doing, well, I'm going to just present the facts, and I'll let you draw the conclusions. We're brought to you by the Nanosoma Liquid Spray. Boosts your immune system tremendously with vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A. It affects the length of the telomeres and the caps on the end, which preserves longevity. This is immune system wonder child right here. It doesn't cure anything, but it helped me get through strep lung linings that were never going to be repaired according to the doctors, and it resulted from RSV. And today, I'm doing things I haven't done in years, and I run sprints twice a week, and I won't go through my entire litany. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs when I had the strep lung linings, and I was told it probably wasn't going to get better. It got better because of this. All you got to do is go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. All right, I'm going to lay out just a couple things very quickly we've covered. Kill switches and all the false positives that are going to occur because you may have the wrong mouthwash. Oh, you must be drunk. Shut the car down immediately. He had too many stops and starts. Well, you're in stop and go rush hour traffic, but you're stopped right there and you can't do anything else. Exactly. This crap is ridiculous what they're doing. And we're going to later cover, we may even cover, well, I think we're going to get to it today. We're going to look at the new auto laws that are coming in on I-95, and it's going to spread to the rest of the country. And you're going to be shocked, and it benefits government and the coffers and the auto industry. And now the auto industry has made the engines in the 26 and 27, late model 26 and 27 models. You can't repair your own car. You can't even do basic maintenance. But where would you go on an older car that's not controlled by new manufacturing standards? Well, you'd go to the junkyard. Well, let's talk about what's happening at the junkyard. And this is absolutely shocking. And I'm going to read to you verbatim from a compilation of research I've put together. And you can tell me if you want to be a coincidence theorist or a conspiracy theorist or maybe a conspiracy factual theorist. Okay, I'll just give you the facts here. Okay, and remember, older cars, you're going to have a hard time going to garages and getting to repair your older car without paying 4 times more from the parts that they're going to get. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, so a summary of reported junkyard, salvage yard, auto wrecking yards fires across the United States in the last 2 years. Comprehensive national tracking is limited, so there could be a lot more than what I'm giving you here. Okay, there's been a notable uptick in 25 and 26. Okay, and we've looked at lithium iron battery fires from EVs and hybrids. Okay, and it's a contributing factor. So having a gasoline powered car is not the only one that's at risk here. We're looking at this as an attack on Elon Musk and companies like Tesla. All right, let's go through the notable recent incidences in 25, 26. Opelika, Florida. May of 26. Okay, last month. Massive multi-alarm fire at salvage yard on Cairo Lane destroyed hundreds of vehicles, parts, and spread to nearby businesses. It was a six-alarm response. Source on that was Facebook. Camden, New Jersey, May 29th, 2026. So just 3 weeks ago. Large fire at EMR scrap metal junkyard. Pattern of the site had 12 fires in the prior 5 years. Air quality concerns, operations later suspended, so the scrapyard's been shut down. Can't get spare parts now. Tampa, Florida, two-alarm junkyard fire, and WTLA TV station covered that. Detroit, Michigan, December 2025, junkyard fire near Dix and Lanyo, 15 to 20 vehicles burned with all the parts. North Canton, Ohio, October 2025, okay, four-alarm fire, and this came from Instagram. Okay, now there's a broader trend. So here's what else I found. Reports and discussions from salvage industry watchers. We've seen out an estimated 30 to 40 plus salvage yard fires nationwide in short windows. Most of them are early 2026, with a notable increase over the last couple of years. Fires have hit yards hard, including New Jersey, Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, California, Texas, and New York, and some others. Many destroy valuable used parts inventory, raising repair car costs. Okay. Now, you can just chalk this uptick up to just unfortunate bad luck. What we need to do, I don't know if I have time to research this. I'd like to know how many junkyards there are in America that has auto parts. And look at the percentage of fires in the last 18 months when they knew the kill switch and covering the engines with all this stuff. You can't do repairs, came at the same time. What the uptick is when this was being planned versus maybe the previous 5 years. There is an uptick. Everyone admits it. But we could quantify that, and I quite frankly don't have the time to spend that much time on a story that it's not earth-shattering, although I do think this is somewhat prominent. And then you could tell pre and post with regard to all this. So what we are looking at now is you have to decide if you're going to be a coincidence theorist or you're going to actually look at the objective facts and draw conclusions. And then once you draw conclusions, then collectively, if you have come to the same conclusion I have, that this is not a coincidence, and most, if not all of these fires are contrived for economic purposes, then you have to act collectively. You start making demands and you go to buy vehicles and patronize garages that aren't part of this system. So this is not fun for me to do because there's a lot going on. But listen, there are people that can't afford car repair bills, and junkyards are their options, and this is being taken away. And just on that basis alone, this story was worth the coverage I gave it. Looking forward to your comments on this. And if you conclude what I've concluded, you need to make your voice heard. And when they hear enough of these voices, what do criminals do? They run for cover when you shine light of day on them. Dave Hodges here, host of the Common Sense Show.